Is that the case?
My brother. And last year, they made about $340 million, and about 9.2, 9.3 came to government. Do you think we need that in this country? Go and see what they are doing over there. The rate at which they are degrading our land for 9%.
But they say you don't have the equipment, you don't have the capital. What do you
My brother, if you don't have the equipment and you don't have the capital, you still have the natural resources that they need. So you have to bargain well. You see, my leaders or some ministers who come with another school of thought and tell you that, look, we are making, they pay taxes, this and that, corporate tax. If I declare that I made 20 million, then you're going to tax me on it. If I come and tell you 1 million, that's what you're going to tax me on it.
Or you can say you didn't make any money at all.
I didn't make money at all. So what are you telling me? Are you quantifying that? So now, I am saying the oil is a misblessing in the sense that I want my government to go out there and negotiate well. Although they are bringing the equipment, heavy-duty equipment that are expensive, no doubt about it. But they should also bargain. At least 35, 65. 35, 65 should not include taxes, corporate taxes. Our share. If they don't want it, they should leave it. At least we've been able to survive to date.
And then you'll sit on it.
Yeah, we sit on it. Yeah, but what difference does it make if we have gold here and we don't even have gold refinery here? We don't have diamond, nothing. So does it make a difference to you? When you go to South Africa, you see difference with their gold, what they've done. What have we done? They just took everything away. So all I'm saying is we have to negotiate well. I am praying. Anytime I see the director of petrol, I tell him, my brother, I'm praying for you. We need more oil. It will solve our problem. But it will solve our problem if and only if we bargain well for higher percentage.
A big part of this country's income comes from the gold mines that are here. As we said.
The gold mining that you are talking of, we are talking of the net. What comes to government? Okay? I'll tell you. I'm not exaggerating. Go and call all the Ghanaian executives in the Anglo Gold and see. Ask them. You are in the media. You have the means to cross-check. Go and check their positions now. So if you are going to negotiate and you tell me that they are going to create jobs for us, they bring expatriates. And the few expatriates, their income or salary is more than the total Ghanaian workers every month.
You think that's wrong?
It's wrong. It's wrong. That is why we are always at the mercy of foreigners to develop our place. I am not against foreigners coming in. We cannot develop everything on our own because our capital base is small. But at the same time, I am advising that we have to negotiate well. Wherever we go, look, if you go to Malaysia, if you go to Singapore, and they are arguing in terms of business.
So why?
You see that it's Malaysia first, and whoever is coming second.
So it's our people then.
Right.
It boils down to our people.
Yes.
We just don't do ourselves a good enough deal.
Exactly. And we have to be bold and go out there and negotiate well. At the same time, our attitude towards work is so appalling that we need to change.
You mean Ghanaian attitude?
Yes, Ghanaian attitude. It's so appalling when it comes to work. You see, Ghanaians are considered hardworking when they go outside the country. You know why? Because the system works. If David is late, he's fired. No excuse. And he knows that his grandmother is not going to feed him or her. The aunt will not. The mother will not. Even his or her brothers will not even do that for him or her.
So these are the things that you say make us think.
Self-discipline, the awareness. You see women running to go and catch the train because they don't want to be late. When they go to work in US, you see them working hard. But when they come here, they behave, I don't know how to put it. A lot of our workers are so lazy, walking about, talking. I was washing plates in Germany, and my owner, anytime he sees you standing there, it means you have no job. You either have to go to the cellar, the basement, to clean even the bottles of the wine.
You have to be working all the time.
Right. If not, your services is not needed, and therefore you have to go home.
Here, that's obviously not the case.
No. Anytime you talk about firing, they think we are a mean person.
To sack people.
Yeah, sack them.
Africans don't want to be sacked. You're a wicked man if you sack people.
But we have to be bold and sack people.
It's a mentality, isn't it, then?
Yeah, but we need to talk about it. Yeah. We need to change it. We can only change it when we talk about it. A lot of politicians are afraid to talk about it. But we need to talk about it. Let the people know when you're at fault, you're at fault. Go home. Let another person. You see, if I fire David today, the gentleman sitting here coming to take over your position will question, why was David fired? If he gets the reason for David being fired, he sits up by correcting himself that if I also repeat the same mistake, I'll be fired. And therefore, he will make sure he doesn't repeat the same thing. That moves the company up.
Would you describe Ghanaians as timid?
Naturally, we are timid because we are not bold to take decisions, big decisions, okay? You come to parliament, sometimes these days I don't even talk. I'll only be running around, because you see a whole parliamentarian, 230 parliamentarians, we are approving a loan of $5 million. That's a big insult. $5 million? Please. I mean, you go to meetings in US, China, and people talk big. One day, a short guy in Hong Kong, he just looked at us and said, listen, we want to build Ghana like we built Dubai. I didn't even know that Dubai today, it was China through Hong Kong. Said they had an agreement with Dubai for 50 years. If they produce this bottle of water, $1, in 50 years, it will still be $1. They wanted to do that here. And you know what a guy told us? Ken, I hear you're a big guy there, but look, we are not talking about your 10, 50 containers. Right there, he disrespected us.
It means too small.
Yeah, he said, Ken, we are not talking about 10, 50 containers that the Africans come here. We're talking of building the whole city, bringing products there. Then you distribute it through the whole Africa. You see, a short guy thinking big and dissing me that, we're not talking about 50 containers. And I admire the guy. I look at his office and the ambience, and I couldn't even respond because the office speaks it for itself.
Yes.
That, yes, the guy deserves whatever.
You are impatient for Ghana, you.
Okay. I am not impatient for Ghana. I want us to move. We take consolation in the fact that, we are just 50 years. 50 years, my brother. A lot of people were born and they did not even live to see the 50 years. So don't take consolation in the fact that we are only 50 years. The word only, I don't want to hear. Compare yourself to Malaysia. Compare yourself to India. If you go to India, it's not an extraordinary place. But you see, this small office, you see an Indian creating his own thing and selling it. I have a rice mill in my hometown. And a guy just built it at his backyard. Case closed. Our educational system is also very, very appalling. We see technical guys coming out there and they can't produce anything. Creativity. My brother, we need to think big in this country.
What do you think of that chap talking about people building stuff? Apostle Kojo Safo, for example.
I haven't seen him personally, but I admire him. Just last week, I saw his car in Kumasi.
His
and I
car,
said,
really?
Yeah, and I said, Jesus Christ. MPP, we don't know what we
You saw it yourself?
I saw it myself.
And it looks like a real car.
A real car. The only thing I saw different is the panel, the finishing. But if we encourage a man like that, my brother, you just slap high tariffs on imported vehicles, encourage this man. If I were President Kufuor or the venture capital fund, I'll give it to this man.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, because look, if a man has been able to come out with a vehicle like that,
but nobody takes him seriously.
Yeah, so we should all be guilty of ourselves. That's what I'm saying.
But why don't you take him? Why do you think we don't take him seriously? I've been wondering, why do you think we don't take this guy seriously? Because maybe it's really nothing.
No, you see, I have earlier mentioned to you that we as citizens or Ghanaians don't even have confidence in ourselves.
So
the mere fact that David is doing this is inferior. And case closed. It's branded inferior, and nobody wants to
So you think he suffers from that's why they don't take it?
Yes, of course. So it boils down to confidence, self-confidence, that we